All right. Hey guys. There's one thing that I want to be able to show you, um, and it was mentioned in your textbook last week, but it has to do with the use of propaganda in World War One. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you some different propaganda posters from some of the major countries in World War One. So I'm going to show you some German propaganda, British and American propaganda, and this. I think we've mentioned this before in social studies, but if you don't remember, I'll just kind of remind you. But propaganda is a tool used to create pride in a nation and hatred of an enemy. So I'm going to show you some posters, kind of what they mean and how they're seen by regular people in those countries during this time. So the first couple of propaganda posters you see here are German posters, and these posters would be created probably by the government or some part of the German government and posted around German cities. But this first one here kind of depicts a German soldier that's fighting in the trenches, and if you notice, this soldier, he's looking at you. And so there's kind of like something that's very direct about these posters. They're speaking to you, or they're speaking to the people directly. And of course, these posters are in German, but I did my best to translate them as best as I could. This one here, these two words, I think these are translated as "and you." So in other words, it's kind of like asking, "And you?" Like what are you doing to help the war effort? And who this poster is speaking to are the people in just the regular people in Germany. How are you going to help out? And one of the things that people always did was that they would buy these what are called war loans or war bonds, and they would buy these things, and the money that they would spend would go towards the war effort. So this poster is depicting a soldier, and he's kind of speaking directly to you and asking, well, what are you doing to help the German war effort? And that's supposed to create a sense of pride in your nation, and a sense of being able to help out the German cause, and being able to help out with what they're doing. This one right here is another German war propaganda poster, and this one is a little bit different, but this shows a German soldier, and he's kind of a knight in shining armor, and he's being depicted as this mighty warrior, and all these different arrows or whatever you want to call it are coming at him, and he's fighting in the face of danger, and he's pressing on, and he is kind of showing the strength of the German army, and they are an unstoppable force, and that they will not be destroyed. And this again is supposed to depict a sense of pride in the German army, and how strong they are and how prideful they are. You can just see the facial expression, and how he looks in the face of danger, and just how strong he is. Some of the words you see here, Kameraden. That is a German word. I think it means comrade. I also think it means brother. There's a sense of when soldiers fight in a war, they develop a bond or a brotherhood, or that can be otherwise known as a comrade, or the German word for that would be Kameraden. Some of the other German words you see here are these words, like here, like Krieg or Krieg, which is German for war, and some of these other words, I can't pronounce these words, but I'll do the best as I can. But this word you can make out as credit, which is just a term used for money. And you see the word Krieg right here as well. But these posters are kind of asking you to kind of spend your money on the German war effort. So that's what those are. So again, that is propaganda, a tool used to create pride in a nation and hatred of an enemy. This poster is another German propaganda poster. It's in German, obviously, but part of it is also translated in English. This one is entitled "The English Beast," and in this poster, the English Beast, this octopus is being depicted as, are supposed to represent England, and you can see that the octopus is lying on its pool of money. And if you remember, we've talked about a word called imperialism before. Imperialism has to do with the spread of influence and power of one nation over another. So this octopus represents England, and you can see that its tentacles are kind of just wrapping itself around the entire world. And the British Empire was very, very strong at this point, or still maybe not as strong as it once was, but it's still pretty powerful. And this is kind of saying that the German thinks that the English are a beast. They're controlling the entire world and leaving nothing to other nations, leaving nothing else for Germany to conquer. And as you remember, this picture, see that the German soldier and the German army as a kind of a conqueror, a very strong military figure. Well, if England has the whole world conquered, what's left for Germany? And that's what Germany hates at this point in time. All right, I'm going to stop the video right here, and I'll pick up in another video.